Alright, so I'm an insulin-dependent type 1 diabetic, and even though I'm pretty lucky myself, I've heard many other stories of others like me or suffering from other conditions that have not been able to afford these life-saving drugs that they have because of pharmaceutical companies charging much too high prices for the average person to really to be affordable. So my question is, what are you planning to do to combat these pharmaceutical companies from charging these outrageous prices and making life-saving drugs affordable to the average American?
Thank you. Thanks for your courage and your willingness to share your story to help us focus on this challenge right now. I mentioned the need to ensure that we have guaranteed high-quality universal health care, primary, specialty, mental, women's health care, but also affordability of prescription medications, upon which people depend for their very lives. We got to make sure that we go beyond insurance to guaranteeing care. For diabetics, the ability to afford insulin, be able to take the treatment that's necessary for them to live. For every American. We were talking about a school teacher in Weatherford, Texas, who lost her life to the flu. She had insurance but didn't have $119 in her checking account, which was the cost of her copay for her flu medication. And this is happening in the wealthiest, the most powerful country in the world, the most medically and technologically advanced place on the planet. Insulin was invented 97 years ago by Canadian scientists who sold it to the government of their country for $3 Canadian with no hope for profit because they wanted to save the lives of their fellow human beings. How are pharmaceutical corporations getting rich selling it back to us at the most expensive rates on the planet today? It is because, and it comes back to this question about democracy, they've been able to purchase not just influence or access, but outcomes. It helps to explain not just this, but the fact that those who manufactured the opioid crisis in this country, sold them to prescribers and doctors as a miracle cure, downplayed the addictive properties of them, have paid no material cost, have spent not a single night in jail for the death and devastation that they have visited upon this country. We will not allow them to operate with this level of impunity. We will hold them accountable. We will not take their political action committee contributions. We will make sure that they do not have a seat at the table, but that you do, so that we prioritize the health and the well-being of our fellow Americans before the profits of these pharmaceutical companies. So thanks for asking the question. Thanks for sharing your story so we all understand how important this is. Grateful. Thank you.